Hi guys, today I'm so excited to be sharing with you my favorite new perfume discoveries. As some of you know, I just came back from holidays. I was away for some time, and because of that, I wasn't able to film more videos like before, even though I managed to upload some actually, but the ones that I uploaded last week were all pre-filmed before my holiday. So basically, I haven't filmed for, let's say, like 3 weeks. And yeah, it's just nice to be back and to be sharing with you some nice new stuff, okay? And what I mean by new is that these perfumes are new to my collection. They are relatively new to my collection as I have recently got them, or I've tried them before and now I have a bottle. Some I have reviewed already and some I haven't. I have here affordable and luxury fragrances that, in my opinion, are stand out as newcomers in my collection. And yeah, I can't wait to share them with all of you because these ones, in my opinion, are 10 out of 10. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. I will say that this probably is my top favorite in today's list. And this is called Poka by Pernoire. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've featured this fragrance there. And you guys, this is a gourmand lover's dream. First of all, I want to mention that this is an extrait de parfum with a 30% high oil concentration. So having said that, I am talking about a very rich and dense kind of perfume that is not sickeningly sweet, okay? You know what? Let me read you the notes. Oh my God, this is so good. This has caramel popcorn, apple pie, cinnamon, roasted hazelnut, labdanum, dried apricot, vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cedarwood. And in the opening, I definitely get caramel popcorn scent, which is basically derived by the name of the perfume, Poka, which is actually a short term for popcorn. Actually, here in Portugal, popcorn is pipoca. So basically, poca is derived from popcorn. And you guys, this in the opening definitely smells like caramel popcorn. And then as it develops, it also has that apple pie accord that is very dominant to my nose, along with that cocooning and addictive vanilla and tonka. I am basically obsessed with this scent the moment I smelled it. And you guys, you know that I'm not really into edible gourmands. However, there are very few gourmands that I actually really love, and Poka is one of them. To me, the most noticeable notes are definitely caramel popcorn, roasted hazelnut, apple pie, tonka bean, and vanilla. So if those notes sounds delicious and mouth-watering to you, I highly recommend you checking out Poka. Okay, this to me is a gourmand. However, I don't know why it smells like a grown gourmand to me. You know, something that is not just edible, but there is something in here that smells classy at the same time. And I think those kind of gourmands are my favorite. And you guys, Poka is not just a caramel popcorn scent, as this perfume actually evolves. As mentioned, the apple pie is very prominent along with the roasted hazelnut, guys. So there is something nutty in here as well, plus that addictive tonka and vanilla that I think is prominent as well with the other perfume that Pernoire released, I think 2 months ago, which is called Ultimo. With Poka, I feel like the gourmand vibes is more prominent, and I think this is the most gourmand in their collection. I have tried everything, okay, from Pernoire, and I will say that Poka is the sweetest and their most gourmand. It is definitely mouth-watering. If you love sweet dessert kind of fragrance with some nuttiness, caramel popcorn nuance in the background, I highly recommend you checking out Poka. I will say that this is definitely in my top 3 Pernoire. Poka will be my number 1, followed by Ultimo, and then Kama. Those 3 are my favorites from the brand. Also, I just want to mention that this perfume has an amazing longevity and projection because it has 30% high oil concentration. This lasts forever on clothes, okay? I've worn this twice since I received it, and I couldn't stop sniffing myself along with my husband. He loves this on me. Guys, this definitely stays forever on clothes. Very strong projection, okay? I will say that yes, it is close to being beast mode, especially if you overspray. I highly recommend you checking out Poka. I may not have a discount code for a bottle. However, I think my discount is more for the discovery set. And yeah, I'm gonna link the details down below. By the way, I find this fragrance unisex, however, leaning a little bit more feminine. And also, I just want to share that if you layer this too, it's game over, okay? You will be like the best smelling person in the room. Yeah. All right, next up is La Favorite, Eau de Parfum by Roos and Roos. It's my first time to try something from this brand, as this is sent to me. Before I receive any kind of PRs from brand, I always try to have a look or read about the brand's profile. And I was very inspired because this brand is family owned, and basically it's called Roos and Roos because it's a mother and daughter business. So yeah, they've been around in the perfume industry for quite some time now, and I think they just revamped the bottle and basically the whole collection. Anyway, today I want to talk about La Favorite. I hope I pronounced it right, because this is the newest in their collection. And what can I say? This is for someone who is into rose, aka me. The first time I sprayed this perfume, I was welcomed by pink pepper, saffron, and jammy rose. It's definitely spicy, peppery, and woody, I will say. So what I am getting here is more of a spicy rose and oud combo, which I love. It actually reminds me so much of Lancome's Oud Bouquet, even though they are not dupes, okay? But all I can say is that it's definitely a lighter and spicier version of Lancome's Oud Bouquet. I would say that this is like more of a spicy and peppery rose with a strong oud, leather, and patchouli in the base. I absolutely love this fragrance, as it is a kind of scent that has a specific character. I feel like the person who's wearing this must be someone special. I don't know. It is giving me that vibe. This is a kind of fragrance that will give confidence, in my opinion. It is spicy, it is woody, and leathery. I love the fact that it has that jammy rose touch, just enough to give this fragrance femininity. if you love Lancome's Oud Bouquet, however you find it too sharp or too strong for you, I highly recommend you checking out La Favorite, because this is definitely an airier and lighter version of that, but still long lasting. Okay, this may not be a beast mode fragrance, but the performance is definitely above average. It lasts on me for around 6 to 8 hours and forever on clothes, guys. I highly recommend you checking this one out. And they actually sent me a discovery kit, and I find the fragrance very interesting. I will say that I'm vibing with them because I find their fragrance very easy reach, easy to understand as well, simple yet classy and feminine, very modern as well. So if you would like me to review the brand, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, I want to highlight that this is a niche brand that is quite affordable considering the quality and the performance. A bottle costs around 100 to 150 euros. So yeah, I highly recommend you checking them out. And with Roos, I have a discount code which will be linked down below in case you would like to check out this perfume. Once again, La Favorite by Roos. If the sound of a spicy, peppery, rose, and oud sounds interesting to you, and I find this fragrance feminine leaning. Next up is a perfume from a brand that I've been eyeing for the longest time. Okay, so when I received an email from them if I would like to try their newest release of Extrait de Parfum, I was so happy. I actually received their email while I was on holiday, and I was like, yes, of course, as I've been eyeing your brand for the longest time. Anyway, I am talking about the brand of Ormaie, and it is a niche brand from France, and what I have here is called Yvonne. Okay, as mentioned, it is an extrait de parfum. This is not a new perfume DNA in their collection. However, this is new as this is the extra concentration. And guys, as you see, the bottle looks very chic as well as the juice inside. Okay, as mentioned, this is an extrait de parfum, and it is their first extrait de parfum in their collection, along with Toy, which I haven't tried yet. But anyway, let's talk about Yvonne. Love that name. I have a very dear friend called Yvonne, and oh my. Okay, this starts off quite citrusy. A lot of things going on there because I am getting flowers and fruits at the same time. Let's say orange blossom, jasmine, and rose. So it is quite citrusy, floral. As it develops, the fruits are actually peeking through and dominating the scent. The fruity nuances coming from the peach and plum become stronger and stronger. So to me, this is mainly fruity, floral, with a base of a clean patchouli. I'm gonna describe this as a very elegant and grown fruity floral scent. It has that fruit chili DNA actually that is quite familiar. First time I sprayed this, I was like, I've smelled this perfume before. It is very familiar. And then I went to Fragrantica, and guess what I saw? Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf. And it was actually referring to the Eau de Parfum concentration of Yvonne, okay? Not the extrait. And I haven't tried the Eau de Parfum version of this. Anyway, it is getting compared to Flower Bomb, and I will say that I am definitely getting Flower Bomb in here because of that fruit chili plus some florals. So Let me just say, if you love Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, you're gonna love this. They are not dupes like, oh, it will be redundant to have both. But Yvonne, the extra deep parfum concentration, is the very posh and classy version of Flower Bomb. I'll be honest with you, I am not a floral, fruit chewy kind of girl. However, as this fragrance stays on me, I just feel like I developed a strong love for it. It is a kind of scent that I would love to smell like, because it is definitely giving very elegant and grown woman vibe. It is signature scent worthy, in my opinion. It is very strong, guys. The first time I tested this, me and my husband were on the couch and the blanket smells like Yvonne until today. Basically, every time we are in the couch using that blanket, it smells like Yvonne. I feel like I have a strong connection with this fragrance, that it is speaking to me. Like, this is my vibe now, I will say. I mentioned that it is quite grown. However, like, not too mature. It is a kind of scent that, I imagine someone in her 30s and above, let's say. So I would say that Flower Bomb is for someone who's in her 20s. When it comes to performance, guys, no complaints. It definitely projects and it lasts for a very long time. I can really tell that this fragrance has a very good quality. I highly recommend it for those of you who loves fruit chewy kind of DNA with some florals in it, okay? And also, once again, I'm gonna describe this as an elite version of Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. I highly recommend this 100% if my description sounds like your vibe. Yvonne by Ormaie. And this one is definitely feminine leaning. All right, I know you'll be like, Joanna, can we now talk about some affordable perfumes? And yeah, I got you. You know that in my channel, I don't discriminate. I love everything. Affordable, luxury, Middle Eastern, indie, or whatsoever, as long as it smells good. So yeah, now I'm gonna talk about my favorite new Middle Eastern perfumes in my collection. Some of them I've talked about already in the past, and some I haven't. I got them from dubaicollection.eu. So yeah, if ever you will be interested with any of these, please check the description box below. So now the next one is Sweet Paradise by French Avenue. And if you watch my channel, this is not a surprise to you, as I raved about this fragrance the moment I received a sample. And I told you guys that I will need a full bottle of this. And what can I say? This is an absolute love for me, because of that nutty, powdery, peony scent that I just adore. I know that a lot of you have purchased this after my recommendation. All I hear are good comments about this fragrance. And what can I say? This is so beautiful. Definitely one of the best new Middle Eastern perfumes in my collection. And yeah, this is quite addictive. I would say that if you love peonies and powdery, feminine fragrances, I highly recommend you Sweet Paradise. This is a very close dupe of Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy Intense. So if you love that one and if you're looking for an alternative, highly recommend you Sweet Paradise. Amazing longevity and projection. I've talked about this fragrance before, so I'm not gonna rumble again. Let's say lasted me around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection, but I will say that for the first 2 hours, it is quite strong. Sweet Paradise by French Avenue, definitely a favorite discovery of mine. Next up is Nudo, Exotic Flowers by French Avenue. And guys, oh my God, I am quite obsessed with this fragrance. I wore it yesterday and we went to an expo in Porto, and guys, I couldn't stop sniffing myself. This one is so good, especially in the air. I will say that when I reviewed this for the first time, I was using it indoor and I already love it. However, when I used it outdoor, I think I loved it even more. This opens up quite citrusy and minty, as it has spearmint note as it stays on me. I don't know why, but I get like a chocolatey nuance that just lingers and lingers. And also I get a very smoky and clean tobacco note that is very addictive. To be honest with you, tobacco is not my favorite note in a fragrance. However, the tobacco in here is just smoky and not screechy at all. It is just enough to give this fragrance sexy vibes. I absolutely love this fragrance. Oh my god, I'm smelling it again. I am kind of getting some cherry nuance, however, not too much. This is mainly clean leather and tobacco that is somehow giving some booziness. It has a touch of incense and an addictive chocolate nuance that stays and lingers the entire wear. I absolutely love this fragrance. I know the bottle, I will say, is not really my vibe. However, I love the juice inside. And I've mentioned before that this is a very close dupe of Narcotic Delight. And actually, I sprayed this before leaving the house and I carried the Narcotic Delight as a top up when I was outside. And I'm telling you guys, they're exactly the same. Okay? With the difference of Exotic Flowers to be a little bit more feminine leaning. Just a little bit, because this one is missing the tobacco opening of Narcotic Delight. However, in the dry down, they're the same. I highly recommend you checking this one out, guys. If you love the booziness and the smoky tobacco, plus that chocolate nuance that I'm talking about. It lasts for a very long time. Let's say more than 8 hours with very strong projection, guys. Highly recommend Nudo Exotic Flowers by French Avenue. Next up is something new, as I haven't talked about it in my channel, and this is called Caramel Macchiato by Fragrance World. And guys, if you love anything coffee gourmand in your fragrances, you will definitely love this. And boy, oh boy, this is so good. First time I sprayed this, I was definitely reminded of Kamarakawa. However, of course, I compared them side by side and they are not really the same. I definitely picked up differences, as Caramel Macchiato is more of the scent of a caramel macchiato. Imagine Kamarakawa without the cardamom and instead caramel. This is definitely more gourmand. So I will say that this is for someone who's into gourmand fragrances, okay? I definitely get the cappuccino vibes in this fragrance. It is quite prominent and I love it. So having said that, it is quite milky because of the cappuccino note. Also, it has that addictive caramel that is just enough, meaning it's not too thick. Very, very beautiful, guys. I have tried, I think, almost everything from this coffee collection, and I have reviewed 3 of them in the past. And I will say that this is my absolute favorite. This is something that I will definitely wear, especially in the winter time, guys. Highly recommend this if the sound of a cappuccino with caramel drizzle sounds amazing to you. When it comes to longevity and projection, once again, lasts forever on clothes and lasts on skin around 6 to 8 hours. Amazing release from Fragrance World. And by the way, this is not a new perfume from Fragrance World. However, I will say that they did an amazing job on this one because it is that good. And because of its sweetness, I will say that this is feminine leaning. Yeah, once again, that is Caramel Macchiato by Fragrance World. Next up, guys, is something that I'm very excited to talk about, as I think you're gonna love this and nobody has talked about it yet. And I discovered it through DubaiCollection.eu as they sent it to me. This is called Tayma by the brand called Mamlakat Al Oud. Okay, it's my first time to try something from this brand, and I didn't expect much until I sprayed it. Guys, if you are into sandalwood, musk, vanilla, you have to check out Tayma. It is not a groundbreaking scent. There's nothing very original about it. Actually, it is still haunting me what it smells like, because I feel like I've smelled it before. Guys, this is absolutely beautiful. As mentioned, if you love sandalwood, vanilla, and musk in fragrances, you're gonna love this. I feel like amongst all the perfumes that I talked about today, this is the most likable. This is the one that I will highly recommend you if you think we have the same taste in fragrances. In my opinion, this is one of my best new Middle Eastern perfume discoveries as well this year. It is quite close to Musamam White Intense, as they have some similarities. To be honest, I will say that if you love Musamam White Intense, you will definitely love it. They are not redundant though, okay? Just keep that in mind, as this one doesn't have coconut. But instead, this is like a clean girl version of Musamam White Intense. If you are the type who loves clean girl aesthetic kind of scents, you have to check this one out. I would say that I don't normally find Middle Eastern perfume giving off elegant and classy vibes. Like, it's very rare for me to find a Middle Eastern perfume that is elegant and classy vibes, but Tayma is definitely an elegant one. I will say, if I have to recommend 3 elegant and feminine fragrances from the Middle Eastern market, I would say Musamam White Intense, Lattafa's Mora Silky Rose, and Tayma. Those 3 are my top recommendations. And yeah, having said that, that is big, okay? I highly recommend you checking this one out and let me know, because I haven't heard anyone yet talking about it, and I'm so glad that I've discovered this scent, as this is a signature scent worthy in my opinion. Extremely likable scent. It says that it has raspberry and orange. Yes, maybe it has a touch of fruity nuances. However, to me, it is more of the creamy sandalwood, vanilla, and clean musk. The musk that is in here is not the same as that particular Middle Eastern musk that we've all smelled before. Tayma is special. Let me know if you've tried this fragrance, and yeah, I really recommend you checking out this one, as this is like around 30 euros. Yeah, this is a feminine leaning scent, and longevity and projection above average. Lasts on me around 6 to 8 hours and stays forever on clothes, especially if you overspray. Yeah, once again, that is Tayma from Mamlakat Al Oud. Alright, that is the video for today, guys. Those are my favorite perfume discoveries. Let me know if you've tried any of them. I would love to know what is your current favorites, and yeah, share it with the community. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next one. Bye!